Hello friends and welcome back. In today's video, we are creating a library of curiosities in my big built-in bookshelf on the second floor of our house. I love this built-in. It's such a statement piece in this room. It can be difficult to style, and so I have found that I really like it just packed full of old beautiful books with decor kind of accenting it here and there. I have restyled the books just a couple of months ago, and so I'm not going to be doing a ton of book styling. However, we are going to add a lot of spooky touches in here. We're going to do some fun DIYs. I'm going to take you to the antique store to see some Halloween displays, and we're going to just get this looking perfectly spooky for Halloween. This first DIY is so simple, anyone could do it. I purchased these labels off of Etsy. They're just a digital file, and then I purchased some printer paper that has kind of this aged look to it from Amazon. So I printed the labels off in a bunch of different sizes and then grabbed bottles that I had been collecting. I actually got several of these from a garage sale for $1 a piece. They're kind of cheesy looking Halloween bottles, but I figured if we put some nicer labels on them, we could dress them up a bit. Because these labels are kind of Victorian inspired, they're very ornate. There's a lot of intricate little details. I found it to be really helpful to have a pair of these paper crafting scissors to cut around those edges. And once I've got them all cut out, I'm just going to use some Mod Podge, apply it to the back of the label, and stick it on the bottle. It's that simple. This is the perfect craft to do while cozied up, sipping on a warm glass of cider and watching your favorite Halloween movie. just in the nick of time, an old friend of mine sent me a message yesterday that he found a bunch of old encyclopedias that were being sold relatively cheap for about $1 a book. And this was at an estate sale company's warehouse sale. So I ran over there and I got about 35 books, and they actually made me a deal. They sold all of these to me for $20. And it's perfect timing because I have had all of the top shelves filled, but these bottom 2 shelves have just been kind of a mess. So now I can complete the library and we will finish kind of decking it out for spooky season. But I was kind of waiting, hoping that I would find some books, and here we are. So the other thing I really want to do is run out to the antique store out west, because I haven't been to that one in a little while. I want to see what they have for Halloween, if I can find anything else that I want to add to this display, and I will take you along with me for that, and then we'll come back and we will finish getting this all ready for Halloween. You guys know I love Paramount, and this location is huge. There are so many booths in there. I feel like it was so packed right now too. Like, I feel like all of the booths were just filled to the max. Lots of Halloween and fall decorations in there, so it was a really fun walkthrough. I actually was on a bit of a time limit, so I ran out of time and had to kind of rush through the second half of the mall. But if you ever come to Wichita, definitely check out Paramount West. They have an amazing selection and some really great booths in there. So who remembers these Time Life books? This was like a mail subscription. I know my grandpa purchased it and then my mom ended up with them. And now I have them, but they cover all sorts of mysterious topics. And from what I hear, they were quite the thing of their time. They're very fun to flip through, and I know they're super nostalgic for a lot of people. So I had to share. Let me know if these bring back memories for you. When I found these vintage style wooden hands on Amazon, I knew they'd be really fun for Halloween, especially to put eyeballs in. So I have seen these like eyeball orbs, and I wanted to make my own version for less. So I got these 2-inch wooden balls from the craft store, and then I'm just using this chalked aged glaze product because I already had it on hand, but I think you could probably water down some paint or use a bit of stain, just dilute it a bit. The goal was just to age it a little bit, give it some color variation. I found this vintage eye image for free, so I will link to that below. We're just gonna cut it out. We're cutting the eyelashes out as well. We'll have to go back in and add those on our own, but we're going to use this Mod Podge. The important thing here is we want glossy, because with the original, they are a bit glossy, so you're gonna apply some Mod Podge to the back of the eye, put it on, and then we're gonna apply it all over the front of this sphere so that the whole thing has that shiny look. You can cut small slits in it to try to get it to lay without any wrinkling. I didn't find it to be that bothersome to me, so I didn't really worry about doing that. I just made sure to go around and push the edges down really well, and if there were any wrinkles, try to get them as flat as possible before applying the Mod Podge over top. Now, to make this look more like it was hand painted, I decided to paint over the design just to make it look a little less like a printed piece of paper stuck to a wooden ball. So I'm taking some black, I'm going to outline the whole thing with that. And then I'm going to use some white over the whites of the eye. I think this really helped just because there were some details that were very obviously printed, and just a light coat of white over it really helped to make it look, like I said, like hand painted. I also used this kind of steel gray blue color just to add a bit of color on the eye. And then once this is dry, we're going to apply just a bit of Mod Podge over it again. That helps to add that shine back over it now that we've painted it. And then we're going to use a very, very tiny fine point marker to create the eyelashes. I think putting the eyelashes on was the most difficult part. It takes a bit of practice. I had to do a couple of them to get it right. And really just going super lightly with it and making them very thin was key. As I was putting the finishing touches on this, I thought it needed just a touch of magic. So we are going to go in with some fairy lights and then also add some lighting in a couple of other places so that it glows at night. So thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope that you enjoy. We're going to do a little tour around the library before heading out. I've got lots more to share with you for Halloween this year, so stay tuned and I will see you soon.